The photograph captures the affectionate moment of a young Native American mother with her baby, dated 1900. She, with distinctive features of her ethnicity, is dressed in traditional garments that highlight the artistic talent of her tribe. The image reflects the deep connection she maintains with her people's traditions. In 1875, a remarkable photograph of the four brothers from the famous Chiricahua band of the Pawnee tribe was taken by William Henry Jackson, a photographer renowned for his ability to capture the essence of Native American cultures. This image, highlighting the brothers' talent and unity, offers a fascinating glimpse into tribal life at the time. Captured in 1882, this photograph takes us back to the Great Plains of North America, showing an Arapaho mother and her son. The renowned photographer William Alma masterfully immortalized this intimate and revealing moment, providing a window into the life and culture of the Native American peoples of that era. The photo captures an intriguing moment from the early 20th century, around 1900, in Alberta, Canada. In this historic scene, two individuals from the Blackfoot tribe are portrayed. This tribe was just one among several that lived in that region of North America. Three children from the Chemehuevi tribe, a native community that lived in areas that are now part of the American states of Arizona and California, around 1900. These youths were a vital link between their community and the natural environment that nourished them. At the end of the 19th century, specifically in 1891, the Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota was marked by the influential leadership of Sioux chiefs, including Two Strike, Crow Dog, and High Hawk. These leaders played a crucial role both in everyday life and in the political realms of the local indigenous community. They were central figures, performing essential functions in social organization and important decisions that affected all members of the reservation. In the year 1916, at the Rosebud Reservation, Chief Black Bull emerged as a notable personality. Known for his wisdom and bravery, he became a pillar for the Sioux of that community. Black Bull gained prominence for guiding his people through adversities and for his steadfastness in keeping alive the traditions and values of the Sioux, influencing not only his reservation, but also regions beyond it. At the Little Bone Reserve near Grenfell in Saskatchewan, Canada, Chief Peaches stood out as a revered leader of the First Nation Saukme. Being Cree, he played a crucial role in the community since 1884, a significant time both for the First Nations and in interactions with European settlers. His leadership and impact were strongly felt in the area, marking a period of historic changes and challenges. In the early 20th century, specifically in 1903, Chief Joseph emerged as an iconic figure among the Nez Perce. He was a driving force in defending his people, tirelessly fighting to protect the tribe's traditions and ancestral lands. Under his leadership, the Nez Perce faced challenges posed by the expansion of white settlers and U.S. government policies, always aiming to ensure cultural continuity and the survival of his community. In 1905, at the Colville Indian Reservation in Washington State, a touching scene was captured. A baby and a little girl, surrounded by the natural beauty of the reserve. This place, with its stunning landscape, formed a charming backdrop for the beginning of life for these two indigenous children. Around the year 1900 in Arizona, a mother and her daughter from the Hopi tribe shared life on the arid lands of the American Southwest. The Hopi, a native people of this region, were deeply rooted in their traditions and customs, elements that strengthened the cultural and ancestral bond between mother and daughter. Together, they lived according to the customs inherited from generations, preserving a way of life that reflected their beliefs and history. In 1911, within the Piegan tribe, a notable personality was known as the Pledger. He held a unique and respected position in the community, acting as a bridge between the tribe's past and present. The Pledger was essential in maintaining traditions and transmitting the values and stories of the Piegan to new generations, playing a vital role in preserving the cultural identity of his people. During the 1920s, Chief Joe Lamuse, also known by the nickname Flathead, emerged as an influential leader in his tribe. He played a crucial role, not only actively participating in community decisions, but also vigorously representing the interests and aspirations of his people. His leadership was seen as a pillar for the tribe, guiding it through times of changes and challenges. In the year 1920 in Montana, Stump Horn, a prominent member of the Cheyenne tribe, was captured in a photograph holding a rifle that had been obtained at the famous Battle of Little Bighorn. This image of Stump Horn not only underlines his prominent role within the tribe, but also directly links him to one of the most significant events in history, evidencing his personal and palpable connection to this significant past. In 1885, across the vast and arid expanses of White Mountain, an Apache scout named Penales, also known as Tzak, stood out for his striking presence. He was essential to the region, serving as a skilled guide and a keen observer, adeptly maneuvering through the challenging landscapes of the area. A young woman from the Chiricahua Apache tribe stands out in her traditional attire, a vibrant expression of the traditions and rich history of her people. The garments she wears are adorned with patterns and embellishments that not only beautify her appearance but also carry important cultural meanings, celebrating the identity and values of the Chiricahua Apache community. A young member of the Kiowa tribe appears dressed in the traditional garments of her culture. The details and patterns of these clothes not only highlight the unique aesthetics of her people, but also carry the heritage and historical narrative of the Kiowa. Each item of her attire is imbued with meanings and ancestral stories, perpetuating the traditions and knowledge of past generations. An Apache warrior sits quietly, holding a bow and arrow, emblems of his prowess and cultural heritage. With a calm demeanor, he reflects the importance of these items not just as weapons, but as extensions of his own identity, crucial for his survival and defense. He profoundly embodies the traditions and cultural legacy of his tribe. Captured during a photo session in Genoa, Nebraska, a woman from the Pawnee tribe is the focus of an image that highlights the cultural influence of her people. The photograph not only portrays her figure, but also acts as a link between her and the ancestral traditions of the Pawnee tribe. In this setting, we observe two young women from the Apache tribe, originating from Arizona, immersed in the ancient practice of basket weaving. With great skill, they handle the materials and execute complex patterns, evidencing a deep connection with the traditions of their ancestors. The photograph captures a young woman from a Native American tribe, dated 1900. This image provides a fascinating window into the life and customs of the native populations of the United States during that period. Captured in 1905, the photograph of Chief Buckskin Charlie, a notable leader of the Ute tribe, holds great historical significance. In the photo, he displays a peace medal, a symbolic artifact of the negotiations and diplomatic relations between the American Indian tribes and the U.S. government. This medal represents a crucial phase in the historical interactions between Native Americans and federal authorities. The image, captured by Carl Wernz in the early 1900s, shows a young woman from the Hopi tribe in the village of Missiongnovie, Arizona. This photo reveals aspects of Hopi culture and daily life in the transition to the 20th century. Dressed in typical attire, the young woman symbolizes the preservation of the traditional practices and lifestyles of her community. Dated 1899, the photograph features a man from the Pueblo tribe known as Song. He stands out as an icon of his people's cultural heritage, offering observers a profound look into the customs and life of the Pueblos at the end of the 19th century. In traditional attire, his figure emanates the essence of the persistence of traditions and the traditional lifestyle of his community. In the image dated 1890, we can observe Sioux, also referred to as Mrs. Minnie, among the members of the Laguna Pueblo community in New Mexico. This photograph reveals aspects of the life and cultural traditions of Sioux, providing a window into the daily life of the people of Laguna from that era. In a photo from the 1910s, a family from the Taos Pueblo tribe in New Mexico is portrayed. The image, which shows them in typical attire, not only illustrates their presence but also offers a perspective on the lifestyle and cultural practices of the community. They represent the preservation of the ancestral heritage and customs of their tribe. Captured in 1905, a photograph documents Kohit Songwi, a young woman from the Tewa tribe in New Mexico. The photo, showing her in traditional attire, not only captures her image but also gives us insight into the customs and culture of the Tewa tribe at that time. She is a symbol of the perpetuation of the practices and traditions of her community. In 1905, a brave group of Navajos mounted their sturdy horses, crossing the arid and unforgiving Tesacad Canyon. They moved with fierce determination, despite the inhospitable terrain characterized by its extreme dryness and the rare presence of green. Dust rose under the hooves of the horses, while the scorching sun tested the endurance and skill of these experienced native riders in navigating one of the most challenging environments of their territory. In 1915, in an everyday scene in the southwestern United States, a Navajo woman engaged in one of the most essential tasks of her daily life. She was kneeling beside a meandering creek, carefully collecting water in hand-molded clay jars. This act, repeated daily, was crucial not only for her survival, but also for that of her community, which depended on this fresh water for drinking, cooking, and other vital activities. In the historical archives of 1902, the striking figure of Geronimo, a revered leader of the Chiricahua Apache tribe, emerges. His presence at that time went beyond the ordinary, establishing a lasting legacy in local history and enriching the understanding of the traditions of Native American peoples.